Borders College is Scotland's smallest regional college, serving a population of about 115,000 spread over a wide, mostly rural geographic area. Every year it enrolls around 1,300 full-time and 4,200 part-time students at its 3 main campuses across the Scottish Borders. This video tells the story of how Borders College has led the way in harnessing heat from wastewater at Scottish Borders campus in Galashiels.
Borders College has always felt it should take a lead in sustainability issues. We signed Scotland's Climate Change Declaration in 2007 and were early adopters of the Universities and Colleges Climate Change Commitment for Scotland. We've had an active sustainability committee for many years and developed our first carbon management plan for the period 2010 to 2015. We had many successes in that, but key to it was ensuring we had a sustainable low carbon heat supply, and that's where the SHARC system comes in.
The great thing about working with the Borders College was that the guys here were very keen to drive a carbon reduction programme, and were looking for a solution to take their carbon reduction programme onto the next level. They were looking at various forms of heating services, so biomass, and we were introduced to the college by Scottish Water, who are one of our key partners in the programme. Once we got into the project, we identified that there was a good thermal demand, there was a good resource for us to tap into, and we formulated a project with the college that enabled us to identify an opportunity to deliver 95% heat load from our energy centre and achieve for the college 150 tonnes of carbon savings a year. The project itself is a really strong, innovative demonstration of what our technology can do. First of all, we've tapped into the main sewer line, which is one of the first times that we've been able to do that, to identify how using town sewers as a resource is a positive way for us to deliver heat to a building. We've also done a retrofit programme, so without changing the college's heating system, we've been able to demonstrate that the heat pump technology can deliver solid thermal delivery of heat into the building without too much disruption to the buildings. And the third really important process that we went through is identifying how our technology can be used as a district heating solution. We deliver heat to 5 plant rooms around the campus through an underground network of heating pipes that we installed as part of the project.
Alongside the technical aspects of the project, there were 3 other main challenges we had to overcome. The first was funding. With the college not having any access to capital funding, we needed to come up with a more innovative solution. In the end, we agreed that SHARC would source the funding and we would repay that through the heat supply agreement price. And I think that worked out well for us, and it showed a true spirit of partnership. The second issue was around procurement. With us effectively procuring heat supply for 20 years, we had to ensure that we met all the necessary regulations. Took some legal advice, and in the end agreed that as SHARC were the only supplier working with Scottish Water in the project, it would be appropriate for us to undertake this. And in the end, we published a voluntary ex-ante transparency notice ensuring we met all legal requirements. The third main challenge was the legal contract itself, and this took many months to resolve. I think there was frustration on both sides as we went through many iterations of the heat supply agreement. But the fact that we came out smiling at the end of it and can still go for a beer or two with each other is testament to the fact that we wanted this to succeed on both sides. I think one of the main advantages we had in delivering this was the size of the college. Being a small institution, it enabled me to have direct access to the board, to give them the assurance that they needed in terms of risk and that the project was going to be delivering what we said it would, which was financial certainty over the heat supply and also reducing our carbon footprint, but also managing the reputational risk. At the same time, I was working with the project team themselves very closely, so I was able to, I think, get a good mix of assurance for the board and also guidance for the project team to ensure they succeeded.
So why SHARC? We completed various feasibility studies over the years, and we looked at SHARC as a viable option for the campus. SHARC were actively looking at implementing the first of its kind in the UK, and the college were looking for a product that would meet with our objectives. That was a low carbon alternative, a system that would provide up to 95% of the campus heating needs, and this met with all of those objectives. We faced a number of challenges over the piece. How do we retrofit a district heating scheme in a campus with multiple buildings, sizes, ages and designs? How do we integrate a new system into our current controls regime and BMS system, whilst at the same time retaining a fully functional gas backup system? SHARC were able to help us throughout that whole process with their expertise.
This project was looked at really positively from a Scottish Water perspective, because right from the very top they recognise that this really fits with some of our core objectives of what we're here to do. It fits with Scottish Government objectives around renewable energy, decarbonising energy, and in Scotland we're well known for being quite a cold climate, so more than 50% of our emissions come from heating. And the Scottish Government has some fairly ambitious targets about turning the heating system more and more renewable. We've got targets of 11% renewable heat to be delivered by 2020. So from a Scottish Water perspective, we're still publicly owned, uniquely in the water sector in the UK. So this excited Scottish Water's board, because it fits with all the objectives, both from us corporately but also from our owners' perspective in the Scottish Government. And therefore we really see the potential for this project to be the kickstart of a whole set of new projects across the public estate in Scotland and beyond, addressing things like fuel poverty as well as the climate change targets.
So we're not going to stop there. We're actively looking at phase 2. Which will include looking at various options for improving the efficiency of the system even further. This will include looking at solar PV in order to provide electricity for the heat pumps, and various other options we've got going forward.